back at it again with another one. You know, we're at Ranger Danger. This is the easiest way to transcend your old self into your higher self. I was just being my old regular self. I was thinking my old negative thought patterns. But then I thought, let me write down what I want myself to look like, what I want myself to be, what my higher self is going to be. So I wrote it down. I started writing down. And piece by piece, as soon as I started writing them down, I started to picture it in my head when I was writing it down on a piece of paper. I realized that moment that writing the stuff down helps you envision it. And in that moment when I started envisioning it, you know, envisioning myself in the next year, right now, how I'm just embodying that new person, I would write down present. I would write down positive, attractive. And when I was writing those down and I was envisioning it, I felt as if I was already him. I felt as if that energy was already coming to me just from putting pen to paper. So then next, after I was writing those down, I wrote down my habits. What type of habits did Ashton higher power want it to be? Higher being, my higher self. So I was writing down my habits. I was writing down consistent with the gym, consistent with running, being able to focus, the habit of talking to family and friends, the habit of talking to anybody and everybody, being social. And as soon as I was writing those down, I started to envision myself being that person as well. So step one, write down the higher version of yourself that you want to be, who you want to embody. As I was writing those down, I wrote down who I do not want to be, what I do not want to do. And when I was writing those down, I saw myself and I would write down the things that I was doing now that I did not like: smoking, drinking, watching porn, watching girls on Instagram, you know, not working on myself, not pushing my limits. You know, I'd write down the things that I wanted to stop doing and things that I should not be doing. I started envisioning myself doing those, but stopping doing those things. So then once you have those two down, you do realize that you can already embody those positive, amazing traits that you need, those habits that you need to do. So slowly start replacing those negative habits with the positive habits that you wrote down. So now I have that piece of paper, that sheet of paper. I would put it on my desk. I put it on my desk, and every morning I would wake up and I would look at the paper and say, okay, I'm not doing this today, but I'm replacing it with this. I'm not going on Instagram. I'm not negatively just scrolling, dopamine scrolling, but instead I'm gonna go and talk to a couple random people at the gym. I would go do that at the gym, and then I would want to come back and scroll. Now, even if I went back and scrolled, it was a plus because it's a step in the right direction. So next action step is to go out and pick one of those habits or actions of your higher self, the person you want to fully embody, and do that. After you're done writing down your list, embody that person. You have to show yourself that you can do it. Now, a lot of us, what's going to happen is we're going to do some of those habits, those positive, amazing habits. We're going to start to embody that person that we've always wanted to become, but then we're going to do one negative habit or one old habit on the list that we don't want to do, and then we're going to start doing all the other bad shit. You're going to go start scrolling and you're going to see some hot bitches on Instagram, and then you're going to want to go to Pornhub. Then you're going to want to go do this. Then you're going to want to eat like shit. Then you're going to want to smoke. Then you're going to drink. Us as humans, we always just want to be back in that comfortable state. So if you're in a shitty, comfortable state right now, try your best not to. If you do one negative thing, don't let yourself spiral into that negative old person that you don't want yourself to be. You do that one bad negative thing, okay, You know, it sucks. You're gonna feel guilt, shame, but give yourself credit because, you know, you did do one positive thing that day before. And if you haven't, then just do one little positive thing after that. It's gonna be tough, but do it, trust me. You'll feel so much better about yourself. Plus, when you do one negative thing, it is not as bad as falling back and slipping into all your old negative self habits of maybe playing video games, maybe not reading. But guess what? Even if you open the book and read one page instead of going and scrolling, that's a step in the right direction. You're showing yourself that you have that discipline to even just read one page or even just open the book and look. Change your environment to change your mind. You know, write down where you want to live, how you're going to get out of the situation that you're in right now. Who's going to help you? Who can help you stay accountable? Pen to paper, envision it. Once you're writing down the person you truly want to embody, the person you want to be, you're going to envision it in your head when you're writing it down. It is so much easier because you see it, you visualize it, instead of just speaking it to yourself. Excuse me. So hey, if you slip up, stay focused. As soon as you slip up, get out of that environment where you're at right now. Get out of your room if you slip up, and get out and push and do something positive. Look at that list that you wrote down. Make sure that you're doing at least one or half of one of the steps that you put down. You know, if you want to start becoming a reader, if you want to start becoming someone who's social, go out and just talk to one person. Go out and call somebody. Go out and text one of your friends or family that you haven't called in a while. There's so many little steps that you can do to slowly get yourself out of that framework, that head work of your old negative self. So amen. Keep grinding, keep pushing. I love y'all. I love y'all. Your dreams are so much closer than they appear. Ash out.